Hi everyone, welcome to morning coffee break. I just got back a little while ago from my blood work, my pre-infusion blood work, and then I found out that I'm having it done at the regional cancer center. Sometimes the hospital's across the street from the cancer center, and if they're too busy over there, they'll send you over to the hospital to have it done. Well, needless to say, it's not as fun, if you can say it that way, to go to the hospital because, for one thing, I worry about COVID more over there. And for another thing, they're a lot slower. I just don't like the way it's set up and stuff. I did have a room to myself, though. That's the only benefit I guess it could be, but just didn't like it as much over there. I mean, if I have to, I'll do it. But they already told me I'm having it done tomorrow, so they already told me that I'll be having it done there, so that's good. Plus, they serve lunch. I mean, they come around with this cart and have these. I think I've showed y'all before. I probably, if there's not too many people in there, I'll do a video there like I have been. But they come around with this cart, and they even had like a chef salad, Caesar salad. They had like 3 salads, all kinds of different things, and then they have these like little lunch boxes. I can't remember what I got last time. Turkey, I think, last time. And they have like different kinds. They have like pimento cheese, turkey, ham, and stuff. It's just really, I mean, I've never been where any place for taking a test or having something done, a procedure where they bring something for you to eat. So that's really nice. I don't know, it takes your mind off of what's going on, really. And my heart always goes out to everybody having their infusions, and most of them are for cancer. I'm sure there's others that are having it for Crohn's disease too, but I sympathize with them. So anyway, oh gosh, you know what, I didn't even put down the weather, so hold on a second. Okie dokie. Today's Thursday, February 4th. Currently it's 32 degrees. High today will be 48. That'll feel pretty good. I mean, better than 32. 30% precipitation, 74% humidity, no wind, and air quality is 38. That's good. Good range. Okay, one of these might change because I might be doing a friend mail. If I have enough to do, a whole video, then I'll do that. I've got a couple cards in there, but I'm supposed to get some more today. We get an email, and y'all can sign up for that service with your post office to where they'll send you email notifications, and they take pictures of the mail. They don't take pictures of the packages, but they do let you know if packages are coming. It's not always like they say, but they say down there in like a disclaimer that it could take up to 5 days more after you see the picture to get it. So sometimes you don't get everything, but at least you know pretty much what's coming. So I thought I'd wait, and if I had enough, just do a separate video instead of including it in another video. So I may or may not do that, and I need 5 more questions for Ask My Tablet is all. So get your questions in the comments, and so we can do another Ask My Tablet. It's also a time to do take a look at Chef Mike's Homemade Cooking Club and the Color Me Happy Club. I might pop in on the gardening with friends. It's like this little slow in the winter on there, but everybody's been hanging in on it, not leaving the group. Believe me, we'll be having all kinds of stuff going on as spring and summer goes on to check out. So I try to do only 4 videos a day. Sometimes circumstances like yesterday I've had 5 because I did 4 and then Logan's show. But I try to keep it down to 4. I know y'all might have trouble watching all of them, and that you can pick what you want. I'm not it doesn't bother me if you're busy and you can't watch it and stuff. I mean, that's fine. But I may or may not do one of those because of I need 5 more anyway for Ask My Tablet. But But yeah, it'd probably be more like if I get the friend mail and then do like take a look at Chef Mike's stuff. More than likely. Then we gotta go and take Logan to therapy this afternoon. So let's see. I'll go ahead and do the question of the day. Kitty's sitting on the coffee pot. Okay, this is a good, and this goes along with, you know, I'm doing story time with things that's happened in my life and stuff, and you know, I mean, most of them childhood. You know, I've got some when I was working here when I moved here and got from like 17 on, but a lot of them are from before, and like I said, we've lived all over the country. But anyway, today's question is, what is the fondest memory of your childhood? And I'm sure everybody's got one, but I think it'd be interesting, you know, for everybody to see what everybody's fondest memory of their childhood is. So what is your fondest memory of your childhood is today's question. Yeah, I'd like to have walked, but it is cold out there. At least it's not windy, though. Okay, that comes to story time. Story time today. I'm living at this time in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Monroeville, Pennsylvania. We lived in two places in Pennsylvania. We lived in Erie, Pennsylvania, and we lived in Monroeville. And this one, I've had good friends. Whenever we would live somewhere, we didn't usually live over 2 years. Dad always transferred somewhere to get a promotion and things like that with the VA. So, but I always made really good friends, and by the time I got all my good friends, it was time to move. You know, and y'all know if you had to leave your childhood friends that you really cared for, it would bother you, and it did me every single time. Well, one time, I mean, when we moved, we lived in Michigan, and when we moved to Pennsylvania, this was the second time we lived in Erie, like I said, first, and then we moved to Monroeville. I had been keeping in contact with my friends that lived next door to us in Taylor, Michigan, and they were wanting me. Were going on vacation to Houghton Lake, and they wanted me to go with them. Houghton Lake is an amazing place. Any of y'all that live in Michigan know about it, I'm sure. It is the fifth largest lake in the world. And I wrote that down, so I mean I must have heard it there or whatever. But I'm sure it is, because it's like an ocean. It is not like a lake. It's almost like one of the Great Lakes, really. It's a monster. You could get in a boat, in a regular little old boat, with like a 15 horsepower motor, motor, a small one, you know. You could go for all day. You could go for 8 hours, and I don't think you'd ever get on the other side. I really don't. You can never see. I mean, you can't even see. If you look, all you see is the water. You can't see and it's flat, you know, but you can't see it so far where the other side is. But, you know, I had never fished in it, you know, before, and I knew about it and everything like that. So they were going there for a week, and they wanted me to go, and so I, you know, I kept talking to my parents and stuff. I assured them I could do it, but I took a bus. I took a bus from Monroeville, Pennsylvania, back to Taylor, Michigan, and really excited, you know. And so we went there for a week. We had our own, with each cabin came a little boat, like about a 15-foot, like a John boat, or either it was just like a little bitty rowboat, like. But you were allowed to use that, each day. So we would go out fishing, and exploring all over that place. You could go in a different direction each day, and it'd be a totally different things happen, and different fish. But we were fishing for Northern Pike. We caught a lot of walleye and some other, like maybe some bluegill or something like that, perch. But we were fishing for Northern Pike because that's the big fish. I mean, there was probably muskies in there, but we weren't. They were a little bit. Would have been a little bit too much for us, I think. I mean, we would have definitely tried to catch one, but they're crazy. They're really big. The Northern Pike had to be 21 inches at that time to keep, and you figure that's almost 2 foot long just to keep it, and so we would go way out there, and we Northern Pike go around in schools, big schools up there. Let me see. Yeah. So anyway, we came upon a big school of them. Well, they're terrible on your equipment. They will tear a lure up. They got like teeth like this long. I was looking, I was trying to see if I could see all the scars. I can see this one right here. There's one on my thumb right here. If you had to have like long needle nose pliers to get the hook out, well, we didn't have any. We had regular size pliers. So when you were trying to get that hook out, they're going like this. And they're razor sharp. So I had, my hands were bleeding, and as well as theirs were, little cuts all over them like Kitty would give me. Don't use my leg for a scratching post. She didn't. She was chewing on her foot, had it up like that, hit my leg. But so anyway, they would tear your line up. You had to get. Once we realized it was a big school, we were catching them one after another. Well, what I had to do is put a big long metal, like wire, I think they called it a leader, so that they wouldn't cut through the line, the monofilament line. They can't cut through that, I guess I don't know if it's steel wire, some kind of wire. But we did that, and they would chew the lures up, believe it or not. And so they were only hitting, it was called a Mepps Agilia. It's a spinnerbait. They would only hit those. You could throw anything else in there, you might catch one, but not one after another. For some reason they wanted that one, and I had the one, and I always kept backups of my stuff. And by the way, it all got stolen down the road. I think I talked about it a while back. With other stuff like my coin collection and stamp collection, my fishing stuff. But anyway, I had one more. So the other one was bent up, tore up. So I put the other one on, and they had just had maybe one of them because theirs got tore up. So they concentrated, after theirs got tore up, they concentrated on helping me get my fish in the boat with nets and this and that. And trying to help me get the hooks off and this, because it was crazy. It lasted about 20 minutes to a half hour, and we probably caught about, between three of us, we probably caught about 60 fish. And I was only like at the most 15, I might have been 14. And they were only like 12 or 13. And but we knew how to fish. We'd fished a lot. So we had to measure them, and that's hard to do with them flopping around. But, we didn't keep any that were under 21 inches. But I had a couple, I wish I could find the picture right now. I have a couple that were, I'm standing up like this with them in the picture, and they're all the way to my feet. Now, I'm not as tall then as I am now, but some of them were over 36 inches long, maybe 36 to 40, something like that. I mean, they were at least 36 inches, I know, because I remember that much. But, there was a few that were smaller. I kept the limit. We could each keep a limit. So I kept mine, and they kept theirs. And I think they froze it, what we did. We were eating it there. Northern Pike fillets are very good, breaded and fried. And we ate it several times there, and they froze it, and we took the rest home in their cooler. I couldn't bring it home, naturally to Pennsylvania, but they had plenty when we came home. But we did other things there. They had a go-kart place across the street from I don't want to call it a campground. It was like a little resort, maybe, like with cabins. And so we would go over there and ride these go-karts. And one time we were riding them, racing everything, and I was doing really good. And all of a sudden, I'm having a problem with my throat today. All of a sudden, I felt something wet on my back. I was like, what? And it was hot. It was like, hot. And then I felt something back here, and I had a hat on, I'm sure. I'm sure I had a ball cap on. But I reached back here, and like that, it was oil. It was that cart had, I don't know, I was driving it as fast as it was go, but I didn't blow it up or anything. I mean, they wouldn't go super fast. If you've ever been on a go-kart or seen them, they'll go pretty fast. It was in an oval shape and stuff. But this one blew up. The engine blew, and it just sprayed that hot oil all over my back and all over the back of my head and everything. And naturally, I went up there, and it's like, you ruined my shirt. And I don't remember if they either gave me the money for another shirt, and I got one. I was thinking they had shirts and they gave me one, but I don't think that was so. I think they just gave me, I don't know how much it was. It was plenty to get a t-shirt with. And but it must not have ruined my pants or anything. I guess because I was sitting on the chair at the seat, and it just sprayed above that, wherever it was above that. But so I went back to get cleaned up, and that oil was, like I said, all over. Maybe I didn't have a hat on because it was all over the back of my hair, back here. And I washed my hair. I know I washed it at least 4 times, and I could not get that stuff all the way out. It took the rest of the week, and this only happened like the second day, and it took like the rest of the week for me to get that stuff all the way out of my hair. And of course, my friends thought it was funny as heck. They gave me a hard time about it the rest of the time there. But I won. I won the race. But yeah, that's today's story time, everybody. At least I wasn't really hurt, other than getting my fingers cut by fish and hot oil sprayed on my back and my back of my head. So I believe if I'd have been wearing a hat, I'd have told them I needed a new hat too. So I probably didn't have one on. So but anyway, at least it was kind of a different story. I thought I would do one where I didn't get hurt bad or go blind or get hit by a car. So hope you enjoyed it today. Everybody, please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I'll be seeing you later on, doing one or the other that I talked about. Bye, everybody. God bless.